Got a story here from thatparkplace.com. Concord lead character designer believes whites must acknowledge their privileged position and then actively work for equality. Also claims the judicial system is white supremacy. John Wisniewski, the lead character designer for Firewalk Studios, the developer of the recently announced Concord game, is a woke activist that buys into the claim that white people are privileged. As you see here, just a quick aside, these character designs, most of them, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not a real big team shooter guy though, so I mean, I'm not going to judge, too harshly because I don't really know the ins and outs, what makes them good and stuff. I know the character designs aren't very appealing. But anyway, following PlayStation showcasing Concord as part of their most recent state of play video at the end of May, the game's character designs were mocked across the internet. Here's one user on the gaming subreddit. Concord might have the ugliest character designs I've ever seen. Other users agreed, yeah, I'm not too keen on the character design either, but I'm also tired of the Pixar toon look that most team shooters have since 2007. Another one added, it's like they asked Chat GPT to make Overwatch again, but strip it of all identity. Still another posted, pissed yellow, moldy green, wine purple, and blue lipstick. Who the fuck thought this was an acceptable color palette? Need to go. Not just on Reddit, on X, user put, Concord is a new progressive and modern shooter for PC and PlayStation. It features 5 black women, 4 aliens, 3 robots, and 1 white man. It's incredibly diverse and non-heteronormative. Plus, it has pronouns. Are you excited? I'm not too bothered by the fact that it's got 5 black women and only 1 white man because it's got 4 aliens and 3 robots and stuff. To me, it's all about the gameplay. Like the character designs are one thing. They don't look good, but I mean, at the same time, I'm more about the gameplay. So if the gameplay was there, like I'm not as bothered because if it's 5 attractive black women, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm all about it. But I mean, how's that going to go? Anyway, then they talk some about Grums or Mark Kern talking about Concord, a new game by Firewalk Studios, so focused on inclusive teams that they forgot the white guys in their game. Inclusive should not mean racist against white people, but it too often does. Yeah. He goes on and talks about back in 2020, John Wisniewski responded to a post by former Bungie lead programmer Peter Katevsky, who stated, thinking that all white people are unconsciously racist is the same as thinking that all black people are unconsciously lazy. That's absolutely true. But, of course, John here had to disagree. This is an oversimplification. The sentiment being expressed is that whites must acknowledge their privileged position and then actively work for equality. It'll be hard in confronting work, but if we don't, we're complicit. And complicity allows systemic racism to exist, or persist. First off, systemic racism is not a thing. It's horseshit. You can't point what systems are racist, what companies are racist. If you ask people that, they'll soft shoe around and horse shit and everything. They'll never give you an answer. Another post he declared, because after Peter talked about earlier, racism would ascribe responsibility to an entire group of people because of actions of individuals that belong in the same collective. I'm not accusing you, myself, all whites of being Jim Crow racist. I also don't think anyone hearing it should immediately take it that way. Whites in America have always had an advantage in our social economic justice system just because we're white. Part of that is humbling myself to listen. People are angry. It's okay to look for them. It's okay for them to yell inflammatory statements. I do too. I don't think it comes down to the technical accuracy of their rage and whether or not that results in an accusation towards me. It's not about me. He's that type of guy. Then he goes on, he talks about, blah, blah, blah. Nor am I trying to say you're a racist, even though you don't feel racist feelings. Yeah. The entire thread addresses white supremacy. Proud Boys are white supremacy. Police brutality is white supremacy. The entire penal judicial system is white supremacy. The whole thread, white supremacy. As you see, no one gives a shit because no one's really liking any of these posts, quite frankly, from these guys. But anyway, it's just ridiculous. It's just kind of like self-hating, self-loathing kind of activity that just makes you shake your head. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? The entire judicial system is white supremacy? How the hell is that? You can say that the judicial system is broken, it's busted and stuff. You sit here and talk about that. You're not going to get a whole lot of disagreement from most people because different laws and so on and such forth, or different cities, states, etc., different counties, they judiciate things differently and everything. There's miscarriages of justice all across the world all the time. But the idea that the entire penal judicial system is white supremacy, that's quite frankly ridiculous. You sound like a complete idiot when you say things like that. It's just ridiculous. It's laughable. It's absurd. It's just whatever euphemism you want to put in there. You sound like a waterhead. You sound like a smooth brain moron when you say that kind of stuff. Along with the whole systemic racism, institutional racism, all that stuff, because they can never name the institutions that are racist. They can never name the systems that are racist, yada, yada, yada. Sometimes they'll try to give you some weak sauce. Well, yeah, banking rates and blah, blah, all this kind of stuff. But usually it's just a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, I'll link this in the description box if you want to read this for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and end the video since I'm starting to rant a little bit. But